Hello and welcome to my look at the developer diary number 2. So first of all we get a release date, which is probably the most important. 21st of September, I think that's the Singapore Grand Prix. Very important date. I can't wait for this game. I think it comes out on a Friday in Europe and I think it comes out on a Tuesday in America. So very exciting. We get quite a lot of conversation about the young drivers test, which is basically what happened at the end of last year. They recorded quite a lot of footage, engine sounds and things like that. So this is what happens when you start up the game. You play the young drivers test as a Red Bull, McLaren or Ferrari. So you get to pick which team you want to be. So obviously they're going to remember like your stats and how fast you are. And then I think this is just speculation, me sort of thinking randomly, but this could be we actually decide to go in difficulty wise. And I freeze it here, and you can see at the start of the gameplay, it looks like the AI is a lot more aggressive at the starts. I'm not sure if that's me, it just seems a lot more aggressive. All three cars going straight into the first bend in Australia. It just seems like they're really going for it now. They're not letting you just easily pass like they normally do. There seems to be a lot of action going on. The graphics look really, really nice. I'm not sure whether this is PC, I'm guessing it's PC gameplay, but it looks really crisp compared to the last game. Some of the replay cams look really nice as well, if this is actually a replay cam itself. And then we get a quick little look at the safety car. I don't remember it being at the end of the pit lane. Again, it looks a lot more refined, a lot more graphically better and pleasing. And I'm hoping it'll work this time. Will it actually work? I mean, I've done 3 whole seasons and saw it once and I had to force it to come out, and that wasn't good enough for me. And then we get a quick look at this ugly nose on the Mercedes. But yeah, again, they're really attacking the curves. They're not letting you get past easily. The speed seems a lot more improved maybe. I'm not sure, that's just me speculating. And this looks like what happens when you actually step into the young drivers test at the start of the actual game. So you can see a Red Bull, obviously the guys picked Red Bull. And it shows like this little symbol in the middle. And I think it's to do with how you take the corner or something, maybe. If you take it correctly you get like a mark against it. Or you made a mistake maybe. I'm not sure how that works, but I've highlighted in the screenshots. Not sure what you think. It'd be interesting to sort of find out. Also, this is taken from the young drivers test footage as well. I've now got these 2 screenshots. This is actually a HUD that will be in the game. It doesn't look too much different. I think the fonts are slightly different, and it just looks a lot more sort of crisp, a little bit more clean. Just looks a little bit better. Nothing too dramatic. And then we get to Clover Lining, which I guess you could describe this as the helmet cam or sort of the low camera, sort of realistic. But yeah, it looks like it's gone slightly higher than 2011. Nothing too dramatically different. Obviously it's nice to see the little details like the cranum on the gloves, which is quite nice. But yeah, it feels a lot more easier to use. Just with that very slight height increase, it looks a little bit more realistic and a little bit more easier to actually drive. We then get into this little short bit of footage about Hot Laps, which is a completely new mode by Anthony Davison. It actually does a commentary over the top of it and actually sort of describes how to get most out of the tracks, which is a really interesting little bit of footage. And a really interesting sort of element, trying to get a professional F1 driver to sort of help you improve your lap times and just trying to get the best out of the car as possible. And just giving you that sort of better experience. We then come to the very last point of the developer diary about strategy. So obviously this is a completely thinking man's game, is what they're quoted as saying. Obviously you can see the very last screenshots will be coming up towards the end of the video. You can actually see the actual AI and the actual driver himself, I think, actually using dry tyres in the wet. Which I mean by wet is actually spitting a bit. But obviously that's showing the sort of local weather concept. Probably the most important thing about this new game, I think. The bit I'm most excited about. Again, this made me really excited, this new developer diary. I'm really pumped up for the new game. Really, really excited. I hope you are too. Make sure you press that like button, subscribe, and come back soon. And I have loads and loads of videos coming out for you on this channel around the 21st of September.